All right, guys, I'm back here at the shop working on the Integra motor. Quick little update on its progress. I've got, as you can see, a piston starting to go in. I got all my piston rings in the cylinders just to check the end gap on all of them. Everything was looking good. My second compression ring was a little tight, but still within the clearance that it's supposed to be, so we're gonna go ahead and just ship that, and ended up not having to gap anything, which I didn't expect to, being a standard size piston with the standard size bore and standard size rings and everything. But I ended up just putting all the rings in, all the compression rings in, just to double check their end gap. But everything was looking good and within specification, so I went ahead and got all my oil control rings and compression rings on my pistons. Got my ring compressor on, starting with number 1, and we'll work our way down. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and start getting the pistons knocked inside my cylinders, and I'll get the rod bearings installed and start torquing everything up, get this bottom end together. No, I didn't get it going in.
Ow.
All right, let's get, we got 3 more, which means probably like 9 more tries. 3 times
Wasn't
each.
a metal shaving that went to the side of my finger or anything.
Not at all.
Damn, that hurt.
You're just imagining things.
What?
You're just imagining things. It wasn't a metal shaving.
No, it wasn't, yeah.
Imagination.
Take a look.
People,
I don't know why you said
you know,
imagination made me think of Reading Rainbow. All right. Got these tightened down. Look at that. Nice and solid. No play going on. Gotta love it.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. There's the bra. There's the bra.
Uh-oh.
Not a uh-oh.
I can't get these rubbers off. The rubber is stuck on the shaft.
Oh no!
Man, we had this lady come in the other day, customer of ours, drop her car off. She's a RN in the emergency room.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, she came in and she was like, you would not believe what I had to do the other night. She's like, I had to drain. Apparently, if you do not have an erectile dysfunction, don't take the Viagras. So then they have to stick a big ass needle in.
That sounds
She had to do that the other day.
ungodly awful. That's probably one of the worst things in the world. Getting a needle stuck in your dick.
Yes. And she said it's not a small needle, she says.
Oh god.
She said the same night that guy came in, she was having to like deal with him. The ambulance brought in this like hooker that was complaining about open oozing sores in the
Oh
so then
god.
she had to do that too. She's like, this is a great night.
I just thought of a great name for a mechanic shop. The car ER.
Nice.
Car ER. It's the car ER.
Car ER!
Man, do you like do you like Pepsi or not really?
Yeah. With Pepsi.
Have you had these new ones yet?
What are the new ones? We call that an addiction.
And I was like, I might have made a mistake buying a whole 12 pack. They were delicious.
Yeah?
This is my 3rd 12 pack of mango Pepsi.
Wait, I thought that was Orange Mountain.
This is my 3rd 12 pack in like a month. I drink one almost every day at lunch.
Let's see
Which
what
is
it's
probably
called.
no bueno for the internals, but it's good. I like it.
Damn. Okay, that's the best.
That's better than, I don't really like Coke in the first place, but like, Orange
Ooh.
Coke, I think they missed something with Orange Coke. I don't know. I don't really like Coke, so maybe it's just that, but like the Orange Coke is not good to me. That hits like a different spot. Like,
So
that's
this is
delicious.
so much better than regular Pepsi.
Yes.
Holy crap.
I mean, yeah, and see, that's the thing. I would take regular Pepsi over regular Coke any day.
Yeah, definitely.
But like, I love like the wild cherry Pepsi. Like, it's like flavored Pepsis are good. That's really good. I was very surprised. I was like, holy, like I said, I was like, maybe I made a mistake buying a whole 12 pack because maybe these aren't good. I was like, if these are anything like orange Coke, they won't be good because I didn't like the orange Coke.
Yeah.
But I really like the.
Oh, motherfucker. Come. Where you running to? Bring your ass here.
Sounds like a freaking who's the actor that's like you just know him for it. You're like you mother, like he's like every movie he's in, he's got a you motherfucker line.
Oh, Samuel L. Jackson.
Yeah. He's in what movie? There was some movie he was in. He was a bad guy. And he said, and he's about to say, he's like, you mother, and then like there's an explosion or something. He,
oh,
like, dies,
that was Kingsman, wasn't it?
Maybe.
I think it was Kingsman. Was it the
like,
golden ring or the inner ring or?
It might. It was something like that.
Where he has the cocked aside.
I don't think I've seen the second one.
Yeah, I believe that was one.
So, yeah. It's he's literally getting ready to say like, you mother, and like explosion or something. You want to know have you ever seen how you test your oil clearance on bearings?
I have not, but I would like to, yes. Hey, it's all bolted back up! What do we do?
That is how you see how much clearance there is between this and the bearing, which tells you how much oil can be in there.
Ah.
You take this.
When you bolt it down, you run it,
you don't
rotate the motor?
No, you don't rotate it.
Oh.
You just bolt it down. So you take this.
Oh, that's like that little
your new bearing. It's just it literally just comes on like a string. You get a whole string of it in there. And you take this, put it down to whatever the computer tells you to a torque spec. Oh, I'm getting all this on camera. That'll be good because then I'll just explain it to the camera.
There you go.
As well. You take this, bolt it down to whatever torque spec they tell you. Yeah, you don't want to rotate it because then it just smears it. Yeah, all you're trying to do is figure out however much that squishes. You find the more it squishes, the tighter it got. So the tighter it gets means less clearance for oil. So it'll give you a certain specification saying like this motor wants this many thousandths of oil clearance. So when you torque it down, pull this back off,
and you measure it and make sure it's in
spec. If it's too wide, that means it was too tight, or if it's too skinny, that means it was not enough squish. So it'll give you a certain number, and you kind of got to get it close, and you're like, okay, that's the right amount. So like basically,
that's dope.
Got to go and do that. Each one you do it with the crank bearings and everything. You just tells you if you have too much, too little, just the right amount of clearance.
Got to make sure all the oil gets all up in there.
I gotta find a torque spec, then find the actual clearance spec, and then torque it, and then check the clearance.
Oh, that went back on way too easy. There must be something wrong.
You're missing something.
Something's wrong.
Oh, I put my rock. Oh wait. Wow. I 50-50 freaking got that lucky ass. I just threw my rod cap on, didn't pay attention to make sure it was on the proper way, and it just happens to be.
Hell yeah.
That was.
I like them odds. I do like them odds. Oh, that's the wrong bolt. All right, let's try that again. Here we go. That is the correct bolt.
I think these are some stupid. Like, there's not a single 13 millimeter on a Honda except for the rod cap nuts. It's either 12 or a 14, but then the rod caps they used a 13.
They're
what?
Trying to make sure you were paying attention. That's all. It's like, gotcha.
The other hard thing is trying.
Oh
no, don't get in my motor.
It's a seed devil.
The other hard thing is trying to get the cap back off. Like usually it gets stuck on there, and then usually it moves when you're trying to.
That's some bullshit.
You're trying to put it back, or trying to get it off to check it, and it moves. Yeah, like, it's kind of a pain in the butt to try to get them off without rotating it and smearing your thing. Alright, now to remove this without rotating.
No, rotate it.
Alright.
Good enough. If you ask me.
Alright, we got some squash there.
Yeah, got
It's been squashed. Let's see if the squash
How's the
is
squash looking?
correct. Looks kind of thick.
It does look like a thick burger.
Hopefully is.
It's supposed to be between those?
It's a little tight on the specification. Like the oil clearance is tight. It's not a. It is. It's like kind of borderline tight, but because I don't think it's quite as big as the really big one.
Mm-hmm.
Not quite, but it's definitely bigger than this one. Like it's bigger than that white one.
Barely.
But it's not quite as big as this one.
Yeah, I'd say it's between those.
The thing is it really wants it to be on
Why is
that
the
one,
white?
as the white one.
This one right here?
Yeah. That's where it like kind of. That's where
This one, right?
it's like specification is where it wants it to be. So it's a little tight.
Just a hair. Yeah. Just a hair.
I love the sound system of my Integra. I want to get a amp for the speakers.
Door
next.
speakers.
I need to replace the front door speakers. I think they already are aftermarket.
But they're probably blown or just old.
No, well, I mean they still sound good. They're a lot. Ever since I replaced the rears are much louder than the front. So I actually have it turned up like to 2 or 3 more towards the front to try to even it out.
Dang.
So I need to. I think they already are aftermarket. I just think they're old. So I want to get some newer ones. I really like the ones I have in the rear. I'm probably just gonna match up the fronts.
Yeah.
And then I already have a sub and I already have aftermarket radio and the sub and amp and all that and aftermarket speakers, but I do think I want to get an amp for the speakers possibly.
Yeah.
And then it'll sound pretty damn good. I mean, it doesn't sound bad with the. I mean, the head unit it has in it does put out 50 watts, so it's like it's pretty good. But
Yeah.
I want to get an amp for the speakers.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's so damn small. I'm like, I have some Rockford Fosgate door speakers. They sound great. It's just the bass. I got to turn on low pass filter.
Yeah.
Because if I turn it up high enough to where you can actually hear the music on the highway while you have the top down and the windows down, it's rough.
Yeah.
It is rough. Distorts like crazy. I was like, the sub is gonna fill in that void, and that way I can crank up the low pass, and then the high pass on the sub, and it should be pretty nice. Yep.
Spins like butter.